Good afternoon all. In yesterday lecture, we had discussed with structure of skeletal muscle. Now, today we will learn the structure of contractile protein. See, you know that in skeletal muscle, two types of contractile proteins are there: thick filament and thin filament. You know that sarcomere, it is made up of centermost side wall one A band and laterally two half I band. Thick filaments are present in A band and H band but absent in I band. Okay, thick filaments are absent in I band, present in A band as well as H band. Thin filaments are present in A band as well as I band but absent in H band. Now here the structure of the contractile protein. So first of all, thin filament structure. Here you know that thin filament is made up of actin, troponin and tropomyosin. Before taking this in detail, I want to tell you one sentence here. Actin and myosin are contractile proteins of skeletal muscles. The filaments are present in A band and H band but absent in I band, whereas thin filaments are present in A band and I band but absent in H band. Actually, thin filament, yesterday we had learned that two thin filaments are there. One thing, one sentence, try to understand it. thin filaments are connected on one side at H band and on another side with Z line. Z line, also known as Z band, also known as Krauss membrane. And you know this, that between the two successive Z line, the region is known as sarcomere. Sarcomere is structural and functional unit of the skeletal muscle, also known as contractile unit. So Z line is also known as Dobbe's line. Sarcomere is contractile unit of the skeletal muscles. So few points are there which I had not explained you yesterday. Okay, fine. See the structure of the thin filament. Thin filament is made up of actin, troponin and tropomyosin. How these three substances are arranged in a proper way? First of all, actin. This is known as G-actin. G-actin means globular actin. Actually, when you see that globular actin are in the molecular form, fine, but globular actin with the help of Mg+2 magnesium ion, fine, they are spirally arranged. Actually, two-dimensional view in this you can't understand anything. Fine. So two strands of globular actin arranged in the spiral manner. I will show you it later on. Fine. And this is known as F-actin. Filamentous actin. So now just over each and every actin molecule, one dot is there. Fine. So now I can label it. This is known as actin molecule. Fine. And this is known as the red dot is known as myosin binding site on actin molecule. This is the most important one. Now again I will draw this diagram there. So here this is F actin. Actin part is over. Fine. Just over the F actin filament. Now I am talking about the tropomyosin. So actually tropomyosin is double stranded in helical view. Tropomyosin is double stranded helical one, and it is helically arranged on this. Fine. On the actin filament. So this is black colored tropomyosin. So what is tropomyosin? Tropomyosin is double stranded helically arranged in structure and helically attached with helical structure of actin. Why? Because normally it covers yes, I pass this line just over this red dot, and you know that red dot is myosin binding site. Fine. So normally it covers myosin binding site of actin. As a result, what happened? Myosin filament cannot bind to the actin molecule. It means it covers it. Fine. And third point. So this is about the actin and this is about the tropomyosin. Now we are talking about the troponin. At regular interval, 3 molecules of troponin are there. Okay, so at regular interval three molecules of troponin are arranged. So here three molecules of troponin here. Troponin can be represented as a TP. TP, fine. So here three molecules are there. Last portion of the thin filament. TPI, TPT and TPC. Troponin I, troponin T and troponin C. So let us discuss in detail about these three molecules and then the thin filament structure is over. So troponin C. The most important one, calcium ion binds at this so for muscle contraction calcium ion is very essential. Troponin I inhibit contraction. Where there is a no need of the contraction, troponin I is helpful. And troponin T, TPT, controls structure of tropomyosin. Fine. So this is about the thin filament structure. Now let us discuss with the thick filament. As you know that thick filament is made up of myosin. The structural component of myosin is meromyosin. Can be represented as a MM. And here meromyosin are of two types. Heavy meromyosin and light meromyosin. Okay, we will discuss this later on. Myosin filament is double stranded like this, but at the regular interval one projection comes out, and this projection is known as cross arm. Okay, at a regular interval two projection comes out, at here, at anywhere, three-dimensionally. Fine. So here this is known as tail of the crossing arm. So tail of the crossing arm can be connected to the myosin filament. Now I can draw this cross arm in a large view. Fine. Here this region is known as, at this region is known as ATP binding site. And just at this region, this is known as actin binding site. So this is known as head region, this is known as neck region, and this is known as tail region. So in the cross arm, the three regions are there: head, neck and tail. So two sides, actin binding site and ATP binding site, are present on head. Fine. So last portion, here ATP is bind here and actin is bind here. Fine. So when tropomyosin move little bit laterally, tropomyosin move, as a result the myosin binding site is open, then this actin binding site and myosin binding site both are joined together and known as actin myosin binding, and then contraction starts. And the last portion, the thick filament consists cross arm. So in cross arm, heavy marrow-myosin is present in head of the cross arm, whereas light marrow-myosin, it is present in neck and tail of cross arm. Fine. So this is about the thick and the thin filament structure.